Alright everybody, I am back once again. We are here watching Speed Docs 2021. We are going to be going into our next run of Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited with Sonic and Tails. There is a bid war going for this run right now to choose the in-game music. I do believe we have until right before that run is going in to make the choice. So if you want to get any last second donations to determine what the music's going to be, you should do that. Right now, who is winning? Right now, the Jet Set Radio Future music is winning, so if you want to hear the Sonic 3 Enhanced music, the Metal Sonic music, or the Cursed soundtrack, go ahead and get your donations in. The Sonic 3 Enhanced music is currently behind by $34, with the Jet Set Radio Future music ahead at 101 donated for it. So if you guys, again, like I said, want something different, you have to bring $102 to the table for either the Curse soundtrack or the Metal Sonic music, or just $34 for Sonic 3 Enhanced. I will also remind everybody about our new incentives. Currently, we have a new incentive. If we reach $2,500, I wasn't actually given a time frame on that $2,500, so I'm going to say probably by the end of this weekend or the end of the first day next week. If we can reach that $2,500, we will be adding another bonus run to weekend 2. I have no clue what it is. CJ just told me it was going to happen. So, I suspect that CJ has something really cool up his sleeve. So, go ahead, donate. All donations will go towards that $2,500. But right now, our target for the day is going to be bringing Luigi to the castle party. So if you donate, make sure you select the Paper Mario target so that we can bring Luigi to the castle party, and then put the rest of your donations towards the poll of your choice. Currently, we have the Choose the Next Speed Docs video, Choose the Speed Run, Extreme G or XGRA, and the file name for Donkey Kong Country, as well as the in-game music for Sonic 3. But like I said, that one will be ending soon. So get your donations in and have a great day. Alright, everybody, we are ready to go with our next run of Sonic 3. Give it up for HUDs.
Years. That's about how long it takes for a kid to grow up. And a lot can change in that time. Since the year 2000, 30 million more people have fled their homes due to conflict, the most in history. But in that same time span, caring individuals and organizations like Save the Children have made positive change for children. 50 million more kids reached their 5th birthday, and 49 million more kids have healthy food. 94 million fewer kids were forced into harmful labor, and 115 million more kids are in school. 11 million fewer girls were forced to marry. 3 million fewer girls gave birth, and 12,000 fewer children were killed by violence. All this positive change, rippling from one childhood to the next. Imagine how many more lives we can change in our lifetime.
Alright, everybody, we are here with HUDS601 for Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited. Take it away, HUDS.
Thank you very much, Grace. Yes, welcome back everyone to SDAT 2021. My name is huds601. I am going to be running Sonic 3 Angel Island Revisited Sonic and Tails glitched category for you. Don't worry about what's on screen, this is perfectly normal, everything's fine. Before we get started, let's get some of the admin-y stuff out of the way. First off, my wonderful commentators I love to introduce to you. We have the godfather of Sonic 3 speed running, the person who basically taught me everything I know in this game. Ben, welcome along.
Hello.
And joining Ben, we have a very dear friend of mine, a really decent bloke. He's a Knuckles runner in this game, but today he's going to be commentating Sonic and Tails Glitched with us. Hello, Tej. Hello. So welcome along. Now, I do believe we had a bid war for this one, Grace, in terms of the music mod pack we would be running. Could you let me know what the results of that are, please? We are finding out. Hello, Grace. Fine, we'll just sit here and vibe while we wait. It's all good.
Sorry, what was that? Can you repeat? I lost sound for a second.
Welcome back. That's all right. I was just asking. We had a bid war for the music mod pack we'd be running for this game. I was just wondering what mod pack we're using.
It looks like JSRF.
Yes, right. Yes, let's go. A bit of Jet Set Radio
Oh
Future.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah. Goodbye. How's to Alice?
Yeah, shout outs to Aylis Noon, who made this music mod pack for Sonic 3 Air. JSRF is one of the games that she actually runs, so shout outs to her. Anyway, I'm going to make sure I've got everything I need ready. So, just make sure I'm prepared on my roll jump controller, which I am. Right. Okay, let's get this thing underway in 3, 2, 1, go. So Ben, would you like to explain to the lot of people watching what Sonic 3 Air is?
Yeah, sure. It's a kind of like a fan-made remake, but it's using a lot of the original code from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So as you can see, it's got widescreen support. A bunch of the bugs and glitches were fixed as well, but as you'll find out as we go through the game, not everything goes quite according to like glitch list standards. There's things like pin out that you sure HUD use at the start, as well as being able to skip the time ring bonuses at the end of the stages as well. Am I forgetting anything else?
Fast forwarding is also a thing in this. We can fast forward.
Oh yeah, fast forward cutscenes. There's a bunch of stuff that they've sped up as well.
There's all sorts of quality of life improvements in this game. It's vastly different to Sonic 3 and Knuckles for the Mega Drive / Genesis. And just like that, we're already one level down. These first few levels are all completely glitchless here. So we're just running through these as quick as we can before we get into Hydro City or Hydrocity Act 1. I'm not going to start that argument today. Where we will hopefully be able to see our first glitch at that point.
Angel Island, blink and you'll miss it zone. It's played pretty much exactly the same way as you would S3K on this. I think that's where the similarities end in a comparison between this and S3K.
So one of the things that is different that is coming up in a second, one of the quality of life improvements we haven't yet mentioned, is the bombing run scene here in Angel Island. So the original game, you could just hold right and the bombs would never hit you. In this one, they decided to actually make it less of an auto-scroller, make it so that you actually have to do something. So you can see the bombs get ahead of me, I do need to jump out of the way of them. However, doing it this way means that it is actually a faster cutscene. You can turn this back to the original if you want to. One of the really nice things they did with this game is all the improvements they've made, you can set them all back to how they were if you want to.
It saves 10 seconds, so...
Yeah,
speedrun it doesn't make sense.
What I was about to say as well. You lose about 10 seconds if you put it back to the S3K version.
The other thing that will become obvious in Hydro City is that they added the Tails assist ability, so you can use Tails to carry Sonic places as well.
Just like here.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to make a lot of use of the Tails assist in this run. For the most part, I'm actually... It's very subtle, you can't tell, but I am managing Tails quite a lot. I need him to appear at certain times of the run, I need him to disappear and stay out of my way at other times. So there is quite a lot of Tails manipulation that goes on in this run. You won't notice it for the most part, but it is there. I'm ensuring that I either outrun him or I spawn him at certain times, so that he's always where I need him to be.
And coming up, I won't spoil too much.
No, go for it. Do you want to explain what the glitch I'm going to attempt is?
Okay, alright, so it's called Frame Perfect Reset. And what it involves in is specific menuing in order to reload Act 1, but as Act 2. And what that'll enable HUD to do is play Act 1 as Act 2, and therefore skipping on to the next stage. As by the name goes, it is frame perfect. You have to do specific menuing and pausing coming up here.
See if we can get this first one.
Basically, you have to pause on a very specific frame that's between Act 2 loading and Act 1 deloading, essentially. There's only one frame that you can do it on.
So unfortunately, I didn't get my second set of repausing. There is a very specific setup that I have for it, which tells me how many frames away I am. The fastest you can unpause and repause this game is 2 frames. So I like to stop it on a particular one where I know I'm 4 frames away from that. So I then need to do 2 perfect pauses and then unpauses, if that makes sense, or unpauses then repauses. Unfortunately, I got the first one, the second one the game didn't pause in time. I was too fast for it, so we didn't get it. But that's fine, we're running Hydro 2 instead. You saw me do a little clip, there's another one through the slide. We're on normal time, so this should be up. I need to go under. Always know your cycles.
I used a slight reprieve to explain the glitch that Huds just did there.
Yeah.
He clipped into the floor and pushed against the boundary, and it caused him to zip to a specific point in the stage. You can do something similar in S3K, but in S3K you can do a whole level wrap.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Ben. Go on.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that's the reason why HUD's turned on roll jump control lock in the menuing. Basically, that's one of the improvements they made, where if you're rolling, so either from a spin dash and jump, your momentum is essentially locked. And doing so, the only way you unlock it is with an insta shield. So at the beginning there, you saw him roll down that slope, jump, and then insta shield against the wall, holding right to just fall in between the wall. If you have roll jump control lock off, that trick doesn't work in that fashion. There is another way of doing it with tails, but it's quite hard.
Next, we're going to see our first instance of a stage skip. And Huds is now setting up for it. He's getting a fire shield specifically to break this pillar coming up. And what he's going to get Tails to do is to just get down by the side of the pillar there. He's going to initiate spin dash. And then he's just going to walk off some sunshine into the collision. And, just completely normal gameplay.
This is a Sonic game, walls, floors, ceilings, none of that matters, we just run through.
Yep. And now he's gone into what we call the loopback area. And basically this area is just full of junk assets. But he's going to be going to Act 2 boss in Act 1. And he has to stand on a specific pixel in order to initiate a spin dash. And what this does is, killing this boss here triggers the flag for killing the boss in Act 2. That way, skipping Act 1 and Act 2, just like that.
So,
God, and I thought Sonic Mania gave me motion sickness.
This one is probably the most broken level of them all, Grace, to be fair. As you can see, this is completely normal. Yeah, Act 1 is complete.
And that's supposed to be a grasshopper in the top right.
And
also, while I'm here, I do have a donation if you guys have time.
Please go.
Race Pro UK has continued our $5 train finally with a comment of, so there's this matchstick climbing a hill, and it's all sweaty because it's exhausted. Nearly at the top of the hill, there's a hedgehog walking by, and the matchstick goes, "Oh, if only I had known there's a bus, I would have taken the bus." I don't know.
I'm confused.
I've been reading it for the last 10 minutes and I don't get it either.
The Mario joke as well, intertwined in there with the bus.
I don't know.
Hang on, is it a Mario joke in regards to so there's a bus? If you imagine a bus.
It's been sitting here for just over 5 minutes, like since you started the run, and I'm reading it and I'm going, I don't get it.
Yeah, I think I'll point it out.
Oh, Argic Galaxy brained it.
Spikes and
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That went right over my head. Right, we're going to have our second instance of me attempting FPR here, the frame perfect reset, so just...
And if not, he's got a couple of
silent.
glitches.
Alright.
Yay! Perfect. So you can see it says Carnival Night Act 2, but we are at the beginning of Act 1. So, Ben, what's just happened? Please explain for everyone.
Yeah, so as we were explaining before, there's a specific frame that you can reset on between Act 1 and Act 2. You reset, the game still thinks in memory that you're essentially on the Act 1 level layout, but the game has already registered that you're in Act 2. So it restarts with the Act 1 level, but it shows Act 2 on the title card, and it thinks it's Act 2. So what will happen is when he defeats the boss here, it actually turns into a soft lock. But because we can exit out of the menu and reload the stage, well, not reload the stage, load the next level, because the save file updates on the end at the end of Act 2, we can just proceed to Ice Cap. And this also, saved HUDs from some pretty precise glitches in Carnival Night 2 that most of us here hate.
Can we explain those glitches real quick? If we've got time. Is a snowboarding session coming up?
Really, really quick. Go for it.
Yeah, so basically there's a barrel clip that he would have had to have done in Act 2, which is very sub-pixel dependent and can almost cost a run if it decides not to be kind.
And then a partner clip of a barrel as well, which is using tails to do the clip into the barrel sort of thing.
Yeah.
That gets you forced into a wall.
We'll see partner clip come up later. In the meantime, we are in Ice Cap 1. We're going to be using Slope Glitch again. You saw me use Slope Glitch in Marble Garden in order to run into the floor in the ceiling. We're going to do something very similar here. I'm grabbing the checkpoint just for safety, because usually I get this first try, but occasionally not, and I don't really want to redo the snowboarding section. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to land on this block. I'm going to time this. Start running right. Got that a little bit late. We'll try that again. What I need to do is run Sonic along so that he basically lands in the wall at the exact same time that block I'm standing on disappears. That initiates Slope Glitch, and at that point I can then start doing some weird things and run Sonic through the walls. So let's try that again.
So, Slope Glitch here is a free-frame window. But doing it in air, where you can't use pause buffers, makes it a little bit more difficult. So in S3K you can get this glitch in exactly the same fashion, but you can use pause buffers to help you get the timing down. There we go, third time's a charm.
Great. And then we start going through the wall, we hold left, and then we hope and pray we make it all the way. Now, because I got the checkpoint, I need to jump out of this at a specific point if I do make it all the way through, which I am. So we jump out here so we don't die, and make sure we don't fall into the ground either. We are actually in Knuckles' section here, so we're going to go and fight Knuckles' version of the boss.
The superior version.
For Sonic as well, I guess, since you don't need to worry about the height too much.
Now,
Knuckles is just the gift that keeps on giving.
We are stuck in Knuckles' area, but it's not a problem because we can get out of here. As soon as Act 2 starts, I can use our menuing. I can restart the act and it'll put us into Sonic's area, which is where we want to be. So there's Act 2. We'll just restart. And now we're back in Sonic's area, which is where I want to be. Ice Cap 22, completely glitchless, one of my favourite ones to run.
If you've got any more donations, now's a good time. This is a very tame level.
I do actually have one more. I have another donation from Big the Dave for $5. It says, if fog is just a cloud on the ground, does that make clouds flying fog?
Oh,
Oh my.
Dave.
Wow.
Thank you for your donations. Thank you everyone who's been donating. Save the Children is a wonderful, wonderful charity. Please do keep them coming in. If you want to send any more puns in, feel free. Most of them go over my head, but I do enjoy them. So we're nearly done with Ice Cap 2. We're just running our way to the boss now. I want to try and keep hold of this light and shield if I can. Try and make it through here without getting crushed.
Oh, we did very well. Wow, this is good pace. That is good pace for Ice Cap 2.
But yeah, just as a reminder, we are raising money for Save the Children. We have a couple of incentives going right now. Like I said, we can bring Luigi to the castle party. There are some polls that you can make some choices for, and then if we reach 2,500, we do get that bonus run. So keep the $5 train going. Thanks so much, guys.
Indeed, thank you. So we are here in Launch Base. I have a very precise trick to do here. It's kind of in 3 parts, and 2 of them are frame perfect, so let's see what we can do.
Right, so basically what he wants to catch here, the first part is the bottom cycle of the elevator, which is frame perfect. And secondly, he wants to get a frame perfect exit from the elevator, and that enables slope glitch. And he will be abusing that slope glitch along with Tails Assist to basically run through the collision of the level in order to reach Knuckles' boss.
This is actually an Air exclusive glitch. They tried fixing the elevator for pushing you out, but they unintentionally made it so if you jumped on a specific frame, you could get slope glitch from the elevator, which Huds has just got.
This here is the trick that confounds all new airliners, including myself.
Okay, we're going up top, that's fine. Yeah, now we're in Knuckles' boss area, so we're going to fight 2, but the game only needs us to actually defeat one of these to complete the act, so we want to save the other one for Act 2. Tails isn't quite with us yet, so this could get a little bit dodgy. Oh, this is already... Oh, dear. Okay.
We should be good.
I don't know what cycle I'm on.
I think you need to jump.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Oh, no, this is going to be tight. Oh, this is so tight. No, we're good.
Yeah, I think it's done it for you. Yeah.
Tails really misbehaved there. So yeah, we're now in Act 2. I've just defeated the second boss. That is all I need to do for Act 2. The checkpoint comes down. We get Peacock. Act 2 done. Ooh, that was scary.
Right, so for those not in the know, you hold down there while hitting the bosses to stop Tails from misbehaving, but sometimes Tails just likes to misbehave anyway. That is the wondrous gift of the AI.
That's one way of putting it, wondrous gift. Okay, so Mushroom Hill Act 1. This one is glitchless. There is a glitch you can do at the end, and it can save you upwards of 10 to 12 seconds in Act 2. But being honest, it's one of the most brutal glitches to learn. I personally don't do it.
We only know one runner who does.
There's 2 runners who do, Zaxxon and Joey. Shoutouts to both of them. Incredible classic 2D Sonic speedrunners. Pretty much none of the other Sonic 3S speedrunners go for this glitch.
Didn't Raph do it in his world record as well?
I don't think he did, actually.
No. Shoutouts to Rafflemir for recently getting this time down to a 33.
Yeah, brand new world record from Rafflemir. Through Mushroom Hill, always proving to be... Mushroom Hill goes one of 2 ways. It either goes really, really well, and it's like the smoothest, most free-flowing level you've ever played, or it's really, really bad. That was one of the examples of it being really, really bad.
There's no in between. There's no in between.
Never. But yeah, we're going to go into Act 2 now. It's another glitchless level. It's another one that, again, it flows pretty well. We want this fire shield. I've kept hold of this specifically, and I grabbed this specifically. It's not actually necessary, but it does make a jump that's coming up a little bit easier to do. So we're going to jump up on this mushroom, grab this spring up the top. We're going to use this just to get some speed onto this loop. Use it again and hold left. Ooh, a little bit too much. We're going to head up to the top. In most Sonic games, the top route is usually fastest, and we're going to use it here. It just makes that little jump across that gap pretty much a guarantee.
Pretty flawless Mushroom Hill 2 so far. Oh, just losing Fire Shield, it's not a big deal. You don't really need it now.
The commentator's curse, Teach.
Yeah,
It's flawless.
Commentator's curse. There's another Fire Shield coming up, though, that you will need for the quick boss kill. And another change made in S3A. These pulleys are much quicker.
Poison's lost.
Ooh.
They take half as many... Oh, you can't get back in.
No, I missed it. I've never missed that. What's the phrase I'm looking for? That's never happened before. I've never missed that fire shield. It's fine. Don't need it for the boss once you get a few hits on him. It's all good. For anyone wondering, by the way, if you're wondering, those sound effects sound a little bit different than normal, you are correct. It's not your ears deceiving you. This is the Colin enhancement mod made by RPG Hidden Wizard. Shoutouts to RPG. He has replaced every single sound effect in this game with his own voice, but his Colin persona. It is glorious. We love it. It's pretty much a staple for Sonic 3S speedrunning right now.
It pretty much is. So basically what Huds is going to be doing here is going to be taking a damage boost and getting under that platform, jumping at a specific time.
You got to be quicker, Teach. You got to be quicker.
Way through a level. Right, now he's going to be setting up a partner clip. Another example of partner clip that you'll see. And he's going to be dropping him into the ground. And there's 1 or 2 places that you can zip him out. This is the preferential place. And so basically, this is like the bottom of the level right now.
Personal preference though, because obviously this route's got that bottomless pit on it, whereas the other route you've just got an enemy in the way. Pretty much.
That enemy can pretty much kill you if you're not on the ball.
Yeah.
So Ben, do you want to just explain the partner clip? What just happened? How did I get into the ground?
Yes. But basically, it's a variation of what can be done in the original Sonic 3 and Knuckles. With basically Tails carries you up so that the Tails flying first. You then pan the screen up by looking up, and then you get Tails to carry you when he's like on the bottom of his sort of bobbing cycle. And when he does that, the camera stays above, and then when Tails is dropping you down, you've dropped down far enough so that the platform loads before the platform loads whilst you're inside it, so it clips you in the wall.
So I've just set up a boss there, Slope Glitch, which is why I'm floating in mid-air. I'm going to use this in order to skip Flying Battery Act 2. So I need to be careful now. I'm going to use Tails in order to fly me up through these tubes. I mustn't touch any sprite objects. So these tubes, that little floor zipper. I need to make sure I don't touch any of them, otherwise I will. All the springs, yeah. Need to be very careful of those. So I'm going to use Tails to...
Sorry, go.
I'm going to use Tails to bring me up to here. I'm going to run along to the left. I'm going to run up this slope, and into the wall we go. I'm going to hold right to start to pick up some speed. I'm going to get to a certain point here. I'm going to start tapping back. Sonic's in this position where he's running along the top of the stage, but if I go too fast, he'll start running through the stage going downwards. If I go too slow, he'll start going to space. He has gone to space a little bit, but there we go. So, and now we're at the boss area. As you can see, the lovely clouds in the background are perfectly normal. But we've basically skipped all of Flying Battery Act 2, and we're now just waiting for the platform to come and catch us up. So Grace, if you have any donations or any messages you want to read, now is a perfect time. You got about 20 seconds. Or 30.
All right, well, I actually have two. I have one from Cowboy Knuckles for $5, continuing our train, saying, loving the run, Huds. Shout out to Tej and Ben, too. You guys are all doing great. Also, hashtag Nuxgang.
Yeah, CDK, you know me.
All right. Yep, I have one more from Big the Dave for $5, saying, gotta love this cursed run of the best game of all time with a cursed mod pack and 3 cursed commentators. huds601, whose name made him run Sandopolis 601 times in a row. Tej, who managed to extend the 2 letters into 6, and Ben in Sweden, who is 2 countries.
Oh, Big the Dave, perfect. And how timely as well to mention Sando.
Yeah. Nice one, Dave.
So this is Sandopolis Act 1, my absolute favourite level. And yes, I recently ran this level 601 times in a row for a 24-hour marathon as a sub-goal. Why? Because I am completely crazy, apparently.
Right, Huds, do you care to share your backstory with Sandopolis Act 1 in particular?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask me that. Yeah, so when I first started speedrunning, 13 months ago to the day, actually, I, on one of my first runs, had a little bit of trouble with Sando Act 1. So the myth, the legend goes, that it took Huds 8 attempts to get through Sando Act 1. And his early chatters on stream used to take the ever-loving mick out of him for not being able to run Sandopolis Act 1 properly. And thus they would come in and ask me constantly, Huds, how many times has it taken you to get through Sando 1 today? The answer was, of course, always 8. And so was born from that the Sando 8, the meme run, where you run this 8 times in a row. That then got extended to the Sando 100, which has now become a bit of an annual event with myself, Argic, and various other speedrunners, and eventually led to the Sando 601. So yeah, it's fair to say I've run Sando Act 1 quite a lot.
And just to touch on that, Huds recently did the Sando 601, which was a 24-hour stream in which he had to run Sando 601 times. Ended up obviously being a 25-hour stream because no human is capable of running a level that many times in one go without a break. I myself took part in 2 blocks of it. Hands were hurt, feelings were shared.
Right, I'm going to attempt FPR again here. 2 seconds. Oh, 1 frame off. Okay, we're doing Sando Act 2. So, Sandopolis Act 1 is another one where, up until the most recent preview version, it is kind of runner's choice as to whether or not to run Sando 1 twice, or run Sando 1 then Sando 2. I personally prefer to run Sando 1 twice, mainly because 1, I'm actually good at it, and 2, this has what I would consider the hardest glitch in the game, at least the hardest one for me to do, which is loop flip. So, first off, we're gonna... Oops, missed my jump. We're gonna make our way up through the level. I'm gonna do a little floor clip in a second. It's really, really easy to do. In fact, this is one that you guys will be able to do at home yourselves if you want to. We're going to take this top route here. I'm going to come up to the top through this door. I'm going to stand on the left side of this, full jump, hold left, and we just go through the floor. It's really that easy. You just hold left. Coming up next is the loop flip, and Ben, I'm going to let you explain this one while I try and do it.
Okie dokie. So what Huds is going to try and do is get his height to a specific point on the loop where things called path swappers change from one layer to another, which opens up the top of the loop, essentially the bit that goes round, so it flicks it back to that bit, and then you can use that to get you pushed into the wall like that, nicely on cue, Huds. And then you just navigate the walls. The walls here have quite a bit of empty space between them, so you don't actually do much zipping. And he's setting up again for another partner clip. This is into a block that's moving up towards Sonic, but if you're rising at a slower speed than what's coming up beneath you, the collision detection isn't there. So again, you get pushed into the wall because when you let go of it. And yeah, and then you just skip more of the stage. And doing those things and climbing up through this sandfall allows for one final glitch. Huds has to be a little bit careful to not go too high in this area as well, otherwise he cancels out the glitch. But he's done just fine there, and I'll leave it as a surprise for what happens.
So yeah, that's about as good as I could have hoped from the loop clip. As I said, it is the one that I find probably the hardest in this run, so getting it, I think it was 4th or 5th try. I'm really happy with that. But here we go, here's the final glitch. Oh look, the boss has no shell, and we have some lovely red outline ghost in the background, affectionately known as Sando Boo. And that is Sando Act 2 done. Completely normal background, everything's normal. This is actually as it's intended to be played.
And a sandfall rising above you now.
So we're going into Lava Reef Act 1. There are 3 glitches in this stage. Tej, would you like to start explaining them?
Yeah, right, so first coming up, he is going to be performing a floor clip. There are 2 ways to execute this floor clip. You can either do a pixel perfect spin dash, or peel out, if so, but otherwise, you just do a full jump into this collision here and just press right. You can do that at home. It is the easiest glitch in the world. Coming up next, he is going to need tails.
No, platform clip first.
Oh, platform clip.
Elevator.
Elevator. Oh, yeah, yes it is. Yes, it is. Sorry, excuse me. Right, so yeah, elevator clip coming up. He's going to spin the elevator up to a certain height, spin dash under it, and then just pull right through it. Also another very easy glitch. And then for this last bit, he's going to need tails to... basically, what happens here is he uses tails assist, and while he's hanging onto tails, it's sort of like a... Then you can take us through the technical specifics of it.
Yeah, it's basically the same as the Sando 2 block thing. The game considers you still rising at that point, so the lava's coming up underneath you because Tails is sort of pushing up against the thing. It's a bit of a weird collision thing that makes it think that Tails is actually going upwards when he's actually standing still or flying still, which allows the lava to rise over you. And then, yeah, you then clip into it. The background there is missing for another setup that you will see as well, coming up just after this boss.
So basically what will be happening here is that Huds will be doing this boss twice.
Spoilers, Tej, spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah, indeed. They have to know the whole setup.
Okay, there you go. So yeah,
so what? I was going to say, by clipping through the lava there, you skip unloading that rising and falling lava pool, which messes up some memory in the game, which allows HUDs to go back into Lava Reef Act 1 and then restart from the last checkpoint and then redo the Act 1 boss, skipping the boss used to take 14 hits. They've reduced that down to 8 now as well, but it takes you probably about 2 minutes to get to that boss at least. There's an auto-scroller section. The boss is also technically an auto-scroller as well. So it's easier just to take that extra time in Lava Reef Act 1 to set up this glitch and then skip the whole thing with just the boss instead. As you can see, he did it in under 30 seconds.
Shall we talk about comp mode while we're here as well? I know it's not really prevalent anymore, but going into Nux area can trigger something called comp port. Basically, if you spin dash a specific point through the rocks in time of the lava cycle, it can trigger you to walk to competition mode.
And here we are with Knuckles in Hidden Palace. Oh no. Although in this case, because
From the Nux abuse.
Oh, Tails. Tails, why? I swear, if I die to Nux, Tails. Okay. This next bit we're going to fast forward. So Grace, if you've got any donations or messages, now is a great time to do it. Okay, and finishing up through Hidden Palace, we're going to be taking this transporter through to Sky Sanctuary. We got another little cutscene skip. So in the latest stable build, that whole Hidden Palace kind of cutscene is now fast forward. The beginning bit here in Sky Sanctuary is also fast forwarded, so we can just do a quick fast forward and just skip this little bit. Also, you will hear the Jet Set Radio Future soundtrack in the background, and anyone who's ever watched me run this on my channel, you all know what to do. Feel free in the chat to spam in big capital letters the word understand. Now this is a vertical level Sky Sanctuary, so I'm going to be making much use of the Tails flight assist here in order to go up. There's normally 3 bosses here, 2 kind of mini bosses and then the full boss at the end. We are going to be skipping those mini bosses by using the Tails flight assist. So there's already one of them skipped. I'm going to be coming up to the here. A little bit of Tails manipulation there so that he respawned exactly when I wanted him to. We're going to go up again and skip the second one.
I was the sister level.
We get him to come up here. I need him to land on this pillar just so I've got enough to get him up the top. And then we're going to do a big jump here. Ooh, all the way. Beautiful. And then with a final spin dash jump, we are already at the boss after just 1 minute 25.
Very good pace.
I'm going to intentionally lose my shield because I want the insta shield for this boss. Get 5 quick hits on him here. Hopefully we'll get good RNG second time round. We didn't, but it's fine because that's all 8 hits done. And we are going off into our final zone now, into Death Egg. And we're going to be seeing hopefully one last, well, we're going to have one last go at FPR, the frame perfect reset. If I get this one, it saves about 2.5 minutes on the whole run. It's the most important one to get in a run overall.
And we'll notice another change that Air has made is they've opened up this bottom Tails path, which some consider incomplete in the original game. For Sonic to be able to take it, they've added a spring at the end where if you took it with Sonic in the original one without Tails assist essentially, or without Hypersonic, you would fall to your doom.
And overall that saves about 35 seconds.
Yeah, it's definitely a good chunk of time save. So yeah, that was the spring Ben was on about that allows us to take that path. We're now into Graviton, the gravity room here. 3 hits on the left side, 3 hits on the right to change the buttons from yellow to red. That will let us continue through. Don't get crushed by that door. That one does tend to catch out the newer runners. And then we're almost at Red Eye, our boss. I am going to grab the checkpoint just for safety, because if I go a frame early on this FPR, it actually sends me back to my last checkpoint. And if that happens, my last one was before that gravity room, I can end up losing a lot more time. However, rather handily, there is a checkpoint at the end here. If we just roll all the way back, oh, we can just grab that one. So if I do go early for any reason, we don't lose too much time, we just have to do Red Eye again. Manipulate Tails so he takes some damage here. Hopefully he won't get in my way now. Now I just need to avoid all these spikes. Tails.
Almost.
That's right.
Almost.
Don't need the shield for this, right. And a little manipulation to jump onto these platforms, and now try and get late hits. Only 4, that's fine. 5 from Tails, 6, 7. One more. There we go. Right. Okay, quiet please while I do this one. Oh, I'm frame late.
Oh.
That's a shame. But it's fine, because it means we get to see Death Egg Act 2 and the true final boss as well, so not the end of the world. It also means we're going to see Partner Clip one more time as well. Yeah, that's as I said, that is the most important one to get in the run. It is frame perfect. It's a really tricky setup. Sometimes you just don't get it. It's all good. We account for things like that.
Most of this level's fairly tame in terms of glitches. Grace, have you got any more donations?
Yeah.
We've lost Grace.
If there's any more donations or messages to read, Grace, now's a good time if you are there at all. No, that's fine. We may have lost Grace at the moment. We were having some audio issues at the beginning of the run, so it's not a problem. We will carry on with this. So yeah, working our way through Death Egg Act 2. I did lose my lightning shield early on. That's also a little bit of a pain. It means I can't skip a section up here, but it's really not the end of the world. We're just going to move these gravity steps. Need to be very careful. We need to manage Tails a little bit so he doesn't move these too fast. Oh, too high. Okay, that's fine. Tails, help. Tails, you're supposed to help me. Alright, let's move these back down. Oh, I'm so dying here.
Oh, that was so close.
That was close. That was risky. Right, we need to wait for Tails. So I'm going to set up for a partner clip, so... a little bit closer to Tails. I think that's good.
Yeah.
Last time. Let's go.
Oh, too far.
It's fine. Just reset that.
Reset the stairs.
So yeah, we skipped around about 30 seconds of the stage there with that partner clip. There are 2 pixels that partner clip works on. The pixel where Tails is closest to the wall, which is what that one was, it actually ejects me above the monitor, so it kind of shoots me out the end really fast. If I were to have got it on the other pixel, which is what we'd refer to as the correct pixel, I'll actually land by the monitors, but either way, it works. And now we are here with Uwu Ball, or as the Northerners would say, Owo Ball. For he does make an Owo sound. And we kind of cheese this boss a little bit. We just stay upside down the whole time. He shoots out his little mines. We spin dash into them and then jump at the end, so we stay upside down. So 8 of these hits, and then we're going to be going on to the final boss. I'm always fearful of the final boss in marathon runs because it's kind of a tradition that I die to it at some point. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen today, but we will see. We will see.
We call it hudsing the run.
You will not turn my name into a verb.
Already been done.
So, first cycle of this final boss is going to be the fingers. 6 fingers, 3 hits for 18 hits total. I'm going to start with Sonic just here. The optimum is to do this in 3 cycles. So, let's see what we get here. Oh, we got ejected out the right side. That's not ideal, because it means I can't get anything on the second one. So, we're not doing this in 3 cycles. Let's see if we can get it in 4. There we go, 4 cycles.
Oh, nice. That would have been 3 cycles.
Second phase, we have the laser. 8 hits on the laser. We're going to bonk him on the nose like that, and myself and Tails are going to alternate hits here. Need to be very careful with Tails. I'm not going to go for that final one because I don't want to die. And Tails can get the last hit. Beautiful. And then the last one, Robotnik's trying to grab the Super Emerald and run away from us. Time is coming up. It will be on the white fade out. I'm going to start a peel out here. I'm going to roll, first hit, spin dash, jump, second hit. Tails gets the third, I get the fourth, I get the fifth. 3 more hits to go. 1 from me, 2 from Tails, 1 hit to go, and then we are done. Time is coming up on the fade out, and that is time. Woo! What a fun run that was.
5.
So yeah, my final time I have here is a 38:45, which is I'll be honest, a really good run.
It's a very good run for a marathon.
Up to Death Egg, I was within 30 seconds of my PB, which I am very rarely that close to my PB in these runs. It is such a tricky run with so much tech in it now. There's so much that can go wrong, as you saw in Launch Base taking a few attempts. Yeah. Ooh, that was great fun. So, first off, I just want to say a huge thank you to both Ben and Teej for commentating this run. Honestly, guys, it was a genuine pleasure to have you both here with me, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Massively. Yeah.
Yeah, if both of these are Sonic speedrunners, if you ever need advice, Teej still streams. Ben doesn't stream so often anymore, but definitely go drop them a follow. They're wonderful people. The second thing I want to say is that while I still intend to run this category on my own channel, this is likely going to be my last marathon run of the Sonic & Tails glitched category. It's 13 months to the day, as I said earlier, that I started learning this run, and to be honest, I've achieved more than I ever could have hoped for, and I've been very lucky to showcase this run now 9 times in total at different marathons. It's been a genuine pleasure showing off this run to so many people, but it's probably time for me to move on, learn a different category, and bring something brand new to the marathons for next year. So this will probably be the last time I run this one in a marathon, so I hope you enjoyed watching it for that. And because of that, I just want to give some very quick special thank yous to some of those people out there that have guided me through this journey on the last 13 months. First off to Ben. Ben, thank you so much for teaching me everything there is to know about this game and this run, and honestly, without you, I don't think I'd ever have been able to have learnt this game to the point where I can start teaching others myself, so thank you very much for all of your help and your support. To Nacho, I see you in chat. Thank you so much for starting the Sonic 3S speedrun community and for giving me an online home for the past 13 months. I'm incredibly grateful for you starting up this wonderful community and allowing me to be part of that and now one of the moderators. I want to give a shout out as well to the 2 people above me on the speedrun board, to Rafalme, who got a brand new world record a couple of weeks ago, and to Zaxxon96, who got his world record at GDQ and brought this game to GDQ to a wider audience. I will still be coming for you both. I'm not going to stop running this category. I'm just not going to do it at marathons anymore. I am coming for that world record. To the other mods of the game as well, who I haven't mentioned yet, to Elites, to RPGs, to Hypnotics, to Liam, to Teej as well, and to Xanon. Thank you all so much for all the hard work that you do in this community and all the verifying you do to keep the boards up to date and make sure that people get those runs recognised. Thank you so much to all of you. Shout out to the Sonic 3 Air community, and especially to Eukaryote, who develops this game and gives us all endless hours of enjoyment. Thank you for putting up with me and for the rest of the speedrunning community. Eukaryote, we absolutely love your game. Please don't stop developing it. We love it. Thank you so much. And finally, a huge shout out to the Sonic speedrun community. If you are interested in speedrunning a Sonic game, whatever it is, whether you want to run a Sonic, Tails or Knuckles, if you want to do a 2D game or a 3D game, come and check us out. We've got loads and loads of amazing runners, great resources and tutorials that are there to help you get started speedrunning Sonic. I started 13 months ago. Who knows, you could be the next one running a Sonic game at SDAT in the future. But for now, that's all from me. Chaps, do you have any last words you'd like to say?
No, I think you've covered it.
Yeah, I think you've covered it. Honestly, I've had a great time.
Wonderful. Well, in which case then, Grace, I'm going to hand it back to you to continue on with the marathon. Oh, also, shout outs to Argate for starting the Sonic blog, and thank you for letting me finish it. Yours,
Yeah,
Grace.
no problem. Thank you guys so much for having us, thank you so much for being here with us.
You're so welcome.
That was a wonderful Sonic block, everybody. So thanks so much. We are going to, again, cut to a short intermission. But when we get back, we will begin our Donkey Kong block with Donkey Kong Country 3 run by Anakaz. So you guys stick around. Have a great day.
That is to Tails DK.